Okay, so what we have here, we have a problem from the homework, and the problem states that the volume of a cone with radius r and height h is given by the following expression: 1/3 pi r squared times h. The question asks you to write an expression for the volume of the cone in terms of the height h if the radius is equal to 3/4 of the height. Okay, so let me repeat that one more time. Write an expression for the volume of the cone in terms of the height h if the radius is equal to 3/4 of the height. That last piece, the radius, okay, the radius is equal to 3/4 of the height, so that's 3/4 times h. Now, it wants us to write it in terms of h. So in other words, the volume is going to be equal to a bunch of stuff on the right-hand side of the equation with the h over there. So if you remember the volume of a cone, the volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. Now here's the cool part. The radius, they give us 3/4 h. So we're going to take this 3/4 h and we're going to plug it right into that little r right there. All right? So let me kind of clean this up, make it look a little bit better, if I can. There we go. Okay, so like I said, this 3/4 is going to go right into that little r. So now what it would look like, your volume is equal to 1/3 times pi times 3/4 h squared times h. So now we have to start simplifying. So v is still equal. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take care of that exponent. So that's 1/3 pi. Now you have to remember how to square a fraction. If you have questions about it, please let me know or email me or anything along those lines. So when you square the stuff inside the parentheses, then that would be a 9/16 h squared times h. So if you want to, you can actually lose the parentheses and you can start rearranging everything because it's multiplication. It's all multiplication. So this would be 1/3 times 9/16 times pi times h squared times h. All right. So we have 1/3 times 9/16. Well, if you want to reduce the fraction right off the top, I would actually recommend that. So the 3 and the 9 can actually be reduced both by 3. So that would turn to a 1, and then that would turn to a 3. So now we have a 3/16 pi h squared h. Now, h squared and h can actually be simplified and combined, actually. Let me get that right there. 16 pi h to the third. And this would be our final answer. This would be the expression of the volume of the cone in terms of h. All right. So as always, let me know if y'all have any questions of any kind. I'm happy to help. Until next time.